Today, we are getting hands-on with the brand new Tudor FXD Pelagos. This is the brand new black variant, and there's a lot of similarities between this model and the previous versions, but we're going to be getting hands-on and covering everything that you need to know. Welcome back to the Chisholm Hunter channel. My name is Harrison, as always, and on this channel we mostly just talk about watches, and whenever Tudor release a watch, everyone goes absolutely mental. I absolutely love it. Now, a couple of days ago, we did drop a video saying that we would get hands-on with this model, so this is that hands-on review. If you enjoy these videos, before we start, please hit that subscribe button so that we can continue making these videos. Let's begin, as we always do, with the specs of this watch. So it comes in at 42mm in diameter, and as you can see from this clip here, it does wear quite big on my wrist. It does wear quite chunky. Now, I would have liked to see this in a 40 or 41, even at a push, a 39, but the 42 is probably at the kind of upper end of the scale of what suits my wrists. I have 6.5-inch wrists, and I wouldn't go any higher than 42. I think 42mm is pushing it for me. It comes in at roughly 12.75mm in thickness, so it is quite thin, and it also has a 52mm lug to lug. It of course comes in full titanium, which has an extremely dark aesthetic to it. Now, something that I love about titanium comparatively to other metals is that dark aesthetic, and also the fact that it's extremely lightweight. Now, these watches, or this watch, comes in at roughly 90 grams with the NATO strap, so it does feel a little strange on the wrist. It feels like, especially when you come from a watch that has a bracelet, it feels like you've got nothing on your wrist, but that's kind of what you want. Now, the reason that this is what you want is because this watch is inspired by Tudor's history, and it has a pretty interesting history, so let's go into that a bit. The US Navy used to issue Tudor diving watches for decades, and this started in around about the late 50s, and the watches were famously used by SEAL teams. They were used from about 1962 all the way up until the 80s. So a lot of this Tudor watch is actually inspired by the original Tudor Oyster Prince Submariner, reference 7928. Now, there's been two other iterations of the Tudor Pelagos FXD. You have the A-Lingue and Red Bull Racing Edition, and you also have the Marine Nationale Edition, but never has any FXD model come in black. So the Marine Nationale was navy blue, and so was the A-Lingue Edition. It was kind of a darker blue. So this is the first black variant in the FXD range. Just as those other watches, this model is waterproof to 200 meters, and this actually sports a screw-down crown in full titanium, and it's extremely easy to turn. It has pretty grippy teeth, and winding this watch feels very good. The bezel of this model, of course, comes in black, and it's a unidirectional rotating bezel in titanium with a ceramic disc. Now, have a listen to this. It sounds really good. It's not too stiff, not too easy, it's absolutely perfect. And I actually think that bezels, especially diving watches, when they have bezels on Tudor watches, they absolutely nail them. Now, the dial and the bezel of this watch come in a matte black, and black against white, of course, is one of the most contrasting, or is the most contrasting combination that you can get in life, and that makes this watch extremely readable. Now, that paired with the fact that titanium is actually a darker metal makes that white kind of indices and kind of markers pop out that little bit more, and it is extremely readable. I would go as far to say that this is the most readable Pelagos in the range. Now, something that I love that they kept on this watch is the Snowflake Hands. If you remember the upgrade to the Blancpain heritage, the one that now has the COSC and META certified movement, it, instead of having Snowflake Hands, has lollipop second hands. This is a throwback, a kind of a tribute to one of the classic Tudor Submariners, but I think that the Snowflake Hands have so much more identity linked to Tudor, so I think that they should keep using those hands, and I like the fact that they have in this. And on that note, it is time for the wrist check at Chisholm Hunter. What are you wearing today? I currently have the Tudor Blancpain 41 ETA version on. This is kind of verging on vintage now. It has that little rose on the dial, which they stripped away when they got rid of the ETA version. So it's a pretty cool piece. Please let me know in the comments what you have on, and also let me know in the comments what you think of this new Tudor Pelagos. This watch, of course, is a fully functional tool watch, and as such, it has superluminova not only on the bezel but also also on the hands and the indices. And it shines extremely bright blue. Let's have a look at that now. As you can see here, the Lume shines extremely bright blue on the bezel and on the face of this watch, the hands and the indices. But one thing I would say, if I had one tiny little dig at this watch, if I had one tiny little watch nerdy nitpick, it would be that the bezel could be that little bit busy when loomed like this. I would prefer the Lume to only hit the every kind of 5-minute markers. This model comes with 2 strap options. We have the fabric strap, which comes with kind of like a forest green color with a red stripe down the middle. It actually looks quite nice and contrasting with this dial, but I prefer this model on the black rubber strap. Now, both of these straps do come together, so you don't need to choose one or the other. You can just choose to wear one or the other, but I do prefer the rubber strap. I think it makes it look that little bit more subtle and that little bit more stealthy, like a stealth bomber. If you do want to see these watches side by side, both with the rubber strap and also the fabric strap, make sure you head to Chisholm Hunter's website, where we're actually the official stockists of Tudor watches. That's chisholmhunter.co.uk. This movement has a closed caseback, and this closed caseback actually comes in stainless steel instead of titanium like the rest of the face. Now, below this closed caseback is the manufacturer caliber MT5602, and this is a COSC certified movement with a bidirectional rotor system. And this movement has approximately 70 hours of power. Now, something that I wish that they'd done, something that I wish that they'd upgraded is the movement. I wish that they'd had that COSC and METAS certified movement that we saw in the upgrades of the Tudor Black Bay 41 within this movement. I mean, we know that Tudor are capable of METAS certified movements, so that's something that I would love to see in maybe future iterations of the FXD. When we look that little bit closer at the dial, we can see a splash of color. We can see a splash of red at the 6 o'clock mark, and that is that Pelagos logo at the 6 o'clock mark. It kind of pops that dial out that little bit more. It's kind of like having a red brake caliper on your BMW. It costs a little bit more, and it's a tiny little touch of color, but it adds so much. Now, there's been mixed opinions about this watch, and by the way, now that I wear it even more, I wish it came in 39. So this watch was either one end of the spectrum or the other for people. They either hated it or they loved it. And the reason that most people loved it is because of its simplicity, because of its appeal to the wider market. Now, watch brands can go kind of 2 ways when releasing new watches, and it can be kind of polarizing. They can go down the route of changing a lot and doing a lot of stuff different, in which case some people love it and a lot of people don't like it. Or they can go down the route of making it too simplistic, in which case a lot of people like it, but the minute minority that hate it voice that they hate it. So this was a simplistic release, but I think it was a smart release. And the reason that I think it was a smart release is because it will appeal to the wider market. Now, when Tudor actually released the A-Lingy, or Red Bull Racing Edition, people thought it was overcomplicated. They didn't like being branded by these brands, and then they got quite upset about that. So Tudor have scaled back and gone the opposite direction. They've gone into the simplicity aspect. They've streamlined their designs. They've made it more mass market. They've made it appeal to more people. Now, this watch does appeal to me because I've got kind of boring tastes. I go for black or white. I'm not saying this watch is boring. I'm just saying it appeals to a wider market. So I understand people that are calling this watch a bit meh. There's not much to it. But I also understand people like myself that really, really like it because I think it has a hell of a lot to it, and I think it's a smart release from Tudor. In terms of value, this watch comes in at £3,490, which is exactly the same as the previous Marine Nationale variant of the FXD, and it's only about £160 more expensive than a Black Bay 58 on a bracelet. So it kind of streamlines the whole Black Bay range in terms of price. And is it worth it? I think it is. Here's the thing. I think this new model will be Tudor's new best-selling Pelagos. I think it's just safe enough, but also just bold enough with the little details of titanium and fixed strap bars, and it's different enough and also safe enough to be a best-selling line. It's almost like the Longines and the Hydra Conquest Black Dial. It's very safe, but also remains extremely high quality. And I think that's kind of where this watch has gone. It's not going to get that initial spike of attention. However, over time, it will trickle through and keep selling and selling and selling, because how could you upgrade that any more than it already is? I mean, yes, there's obvious tweaks I would make. I would open up that Caseback. I would probably get a little bit more color on the dial. I would edit that Lume. But these are all watch nerdy things that I would change. No watch is ever going to be perfect to a watch snob like me. I don't think it will ever come. I don't think the day will ever actually happen. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.